Hello students. So let us start another subtopic. This is the last subtopic of our basic introductory part. Then directly we can start chapter number. But before that, we need some basic environment to understand some conceptual part of our further physics curriculum. So we are starting a very simple vector. Title lagado vector. No need to left page over. So in that case we will write first definition part. So first we will learn the scalar. Scalar देखो note करो. In physics we deal with two type of physical quantity. One is scalar and other is vector. Full stop. Each quantity has a magnitude. Each quantity has and a unit next line में लो. For example, mass 4 kg. Okay, देखो फरीથી बोलो जो. Each quantity has magnitude and unit. Each quantity has magnitude and a unit. Next line में लोगो. For example, mass 4 kg. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट लाइन में लगो एग्जांपल्स. तो mass is a scalar quantity, speed is a scalar quantity. These all are some basic stuffs. Distance scalar quantity are scalar quantity. Okay, note कर लो आठ. नेक्स्ट लखो स्टार्ट करीने वेक्टर एमां लखो. सॉरी आमां एक लाइन करना को एक लाइन लखी दઈએ. चलो है ने अहींया एक लाइन लखी नाखो पर. हाँ 9th में आया था ना वही, जब इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट जो फिजिक्स का स्टार्ट वहीं से होता है, फिर से आगे असली कहानी आती है और मेरी लाइन आ जाती है 10+1 इज नॉट 11. चलो एक लाइन अहींया लगी नाखो. स्केलर में स्केलर क्वॉन्टिटीज कैन बी लिखवाया था. वेरी गुड. स्केलर क्वांटिटीज कैन बी एडेड comma subtracted and multiplied by simple law of algebra. फुल स्टॉप. चलो नेक्स्ट लखो स्टार बनावीने वेक्टर. એમાં લખો, એમાં લાઈન લખો, વેક્ટર આર ધ physical quantity, vector are the physical quantity having magnitude as well as specific direction. Example, velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity. We are supposed to say if anything is running with 4 meter per second in north, for example. What does it mean? Has a magnitude as well as direction. Acha, so dear students, it is online classes. I request you to increase your writing speed, because in 12th science Gujarat board papers are comparatively long than 10th. So you are not experienced 10th actually, but comparatively papers are long. So I request you all to increase your writing speed, because unfortunately in classes all students have no practice of writing anything. So you should write. લખો વેક્ટર આર, ફરીથી બોલું છું, વેક્ટર આર, because with this writing speed you cannot beat 12th Gujarat board exam. You should have very good writing speed. થઈ જશે તો તમે ધીમે ધીમે મોટા થાવ છો ને, 10 થોડી ને. લખો વેક્ટર આર, the physical quantities, vector are the physical quantities having magnitude as well as specified direction. Okay, ठीक है भाई. ये तो वेलोसिटी वाली बात तो लखी बताए है ना. वेलोसिटी दैट इज व्हाट 4 मीटर पर सेकेंड. दिस इज द मैग्नीट्यूड, द यूनिट, द डायरेक्शन. दिस इज द वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. नेक्स्ट लखो एग्जांपल्स. तो ठीक लखी नाखो, थोड़ा एग्जांपल्स लखी नाखो. एग्जांपल लखो, प्लेसमेंट, राइट एग्जांपल्स. डिस्प्लेसमेंट, comma velocity, comma acceleration. Displacement, comma velocity, comma acceleration, comma force, comma momentum. Okay, enough. These are some vector quantities. Now see, there are some quantities in physics, they are not perfectly scalar, not perfectly vector. Third stage is also available. Let's learn. समझो, I am saying some basic things to you. For example, you have a wire. This is the wire. This is another wire. This is another wire. And let's say here the current is coming. The current is coming of, let's say, 5 ampere. 5 ampere. Over here, 3 ampere is going in this wire. So what the current can flow in this way? What is the current will? Pressure is also, yeah, but pressure is not vector quantity. તમે હજુ લેવલ પર નહીં આયા. I mean pressure depends on pressure. Pressure, hydraulics pressure, atmospheric pressure, electrical pressure, radiation pressure. There are many kind of pressures are there, and depending upon necessary, all those are what you vector. There are many things to explore, है ना? चलो, obviously 2 ampere, very good answer. So this is, let's say, ampere. कोई कहीं समस्या? हाँ बोलो. Now for example, I don't know, take this angle to be 60 degree between these two wires. Don't need to worry about. Now what happened? Instead of this, I have something like this. For example, is, let's say, 5 ampere and is this, and 3 ampere is going in this branch, and so obviously 2 ampere will go in branch. So it is independent of this angle theta. Make any sense? Have any? You are just changing the angle. It doesn't make any. But now see. For example, I am saying that. Now take this 5 degree. Now say 2 current are coming from here. 2 ampere. Okay. Now here you have let's say 5 ampere. Okay. 5 ampere. 5 ampere is this side, for example. 5 ampere from this side. Here current is incoming. અહીંયાથી બોલ કેટલો કરંટ આવવો જોઈએ? Followed? Now see what is happening. Whenever I am asking what is the current is flowing in this or this or this, you are just doing this simple maths. 5 is treating this quantity as a scalar. Followed? Right? Okay. But when it comes to direction, see, when it comes to direction, if I told you, okay, now this is 5 ampere is going in this direction, automatically you will change the direction of these two compared to this. अरे हाँ के ना? So this property depends on direction. Direction is also important. ખ્યાલ આવે છે? Direction is also important thing to understand. It is not just a number કે ચલો તમે આમનામ જ કરી દીધું ને આપણું કામ થઈ ગયું. આ ખ્યાલ આવે છે? Direction is also important thing. So it depends on direction. It depends on direction as well as magnitude. Though it is independent of angle. And from independent of angle. Angle થી ફેર નહીં પડે. Direction થી પડશે. Some properties are depends on a scalar. Some properties are depending on vector. This kind of physical quantities are known as tensor. નવી વાત તમારા માટે है ना? So there are quantities but some properties are depending like you can treat like a scalar, while some properties are depending on the vector, I mean the direction. So in general you can treat these quantities as a tensor. So current is a tensor quantity. Current is a tensor quantity. ખ્યાલ આવ્યો બધાને? ઓકે, ચલો નોટ કરો આને. ઓકે. there is a question, is there any difference between tensor in maths and tensor in physics? Actually there is no difference, just a mathematical modeling, mathematical approach to do those things. થઈ ગયું છે, આગળ વધીશું આપણે. ચલો નેક્સ્ટ લખો, knowledge of direction. Obviously this south અને આવું જ ક્યાંક લખો છો east, and let's say this is to be your west. Knowledge of direction that we have, but more than you can take this direction, north of east or east of north, and it depends from where you are measuring your angle. For example, I am saying that 30 degree east of north, you are supposed to measure from east of north, east to north. તો આ રીતે લખાય છે. તો આને બીજું શું કહી શકે? 30 ડિગ્રી અહીંયાથી આમ લખે તો આ કેટલું થશે? નોર્થ ઓફ ઈસ્ટ. અરે યાર આના તો બોલો, આ તમને ખ્યાલ હશે, કદાચ નહીં હોય તો આજે શીખી શું લખો છો આને આ રીતે વાત થશે, હે ને? ઈસ્ટ ઓફ નોર્થ ઓર ઈસ્ટ, નોર્થ ઓફ ઈસ્ટ ઓર ઈસ્ટ ઓફ નોર્થ, ક્યાંથી મેજર કરવું એ ખ્યાલ આવી જશે. 30 ડિગ્રી ઈસ્ટ ઓફ નોર્થ, 30 ડિગ્રી નોર્થ ઓફ ઈસ્ટ. ખતમ. એ આપણે ભણવામાં આવશે ત્યારે પણ હું કહીશ તમને એટલું બધી. ચલો આ ડ્રો કરી દો, આગળ વધીએ. નાઉ representation of vector. See how to represent vector? Simply by arrow. We can represent any vector by this arrow. This is known as the tail part. This is known as the head part. Length of vector gives you magnitude. याद रखो આપણે, है ना? Length will give you magnitude. So this is your length. Talks about magnitude. Higher the length, higher the magnitude. मतलब more intense, more powerful, we can say. જેટલી લેન્થ વધારે છે એટલું તમારું વેક્ટર જે છે એનો મેગ્નિટ્યુડ વધારે છે. વેક્ટર, let's say this is vector A. Symbol is the symbol A અને લખવાનું આ રીતે વેક્ટર. Symbol or another symbol is what? Bold A करवानो. Bold A stands for vector. But in NCERT they are printing each and every case like this. NCERT they are printing all the bold letters, the vector quantity. But it is difficult for us to write on our fair book or write to on board. So for simplicity, we people are used to say this. કોઈ વાંધો નહીં, આપણે આમ જ લખીએ છીએ, ઉપર એરો લગાવી દઈએ તો ખ્યાલ આવે કે આ વેક્ટર છે. બોલો અહીંયા સુધી કઈ સમસ્યા છે? So now say this is your x and y plane, this is y plane, your xy plane and coordinate, है ना? આગળ, and this is what? Vector A has some angle, let's say try managing the auto record and setting in stream. But we people are very good at OBS, we know all those things, है ना? We are doing. Chalo, so this is enough for today's lecture. See you in next lecture. Thank you, bye.